Hey guys, happy Wednesday. What is happening on your Wednesday? If you are catching me live, say hey. If you are catching the replay, just drop hashtag replay below so I know that you were here. And if you have questions or whatever as we're going through, definitely drop a comment below. So if you are watching me live, let me know where you are watching from. And today I want to talk about just like we need to just stop trying to be like Wonder Woman for a minute because this is something that I really struggled with for a long time in my business, in every area of my life, trying to do it all myself, trying to be the woman who has it all together, trying to be, doing everything myself. So this was showing up in, my, the way I was taking care of my body. Hey, Aubrey. The way I would show up at work. And for me, like, it even went deeper because I was like, well, if I don't do it, it won't get done right. Little bit of perfectionism coming in there. So it was something I had to let go of because we aren't meant to do everything on our own. We aren't meant to do everything ourselves. We aren't meant to, and I know that this is what society tells us, but we are not meant to, have the perfect body, and, a career and a family and look after the home and, right? Like be the one who shows up at work and, brings in an income and still comes home and does the laundry and, all of these things. Now, I get it that there's certain things in your lives that you guys have to do, that I have to do, right, as part of my life. But as I started to up level, something happened for me that really like shifted my perspective and opened my eyes. And it was the more that I asked for help, the more that I like brought other people into my life that could help me, even if it was just a conversation. So I'm not talking about just like your daily to-do list stuff either, right? You've got to ask for help. People at work, right? Like we are taught that it's a sign of weakness to bring other people in and show them that we didn't have it all together, right? It's not about asking for the help. It's about what other people are going to perceive of us if we don't have it all together and we can't just do it. Right? And so this is what we totally have to let go of, because we have to collaborate with other people, especially as women. Like this is a huge part of it. As women, when we start to heal our feminine energy, we start to allow ourselves to receive, right? So the feminine energy is a receiving energy. We start to receive compliments. We start to receive gifts. We start to receive, people doing things for us, right? And it's so powerful when you start to allow more of that into your life. And it's not about just take. It's about people showing up and doing things with you, right? Because how many times are you saying yes to doing things for other people and you didn't really want to, right? You are overextending yourself. That people are out there to help, like we are going to help each other, but what I really want you to take away is like that open energy of receiving and asking for help, because that is the strong thing to do. And especially when it comes to your business, right? So for me, I started my first online business almost 4 years ago. It was a network marketing business, and, I was working full time, trying to build my business, at the same time, and like trying to be the one who does it all, right? So it was work, it was my business, it was still trying to stay in shape, trying to, spend time with my husband, trying to do all these things. And I talk about that in my chapter, She's Unstoppable, if you haven't read it yet. But so I was trying to do all of the things, and even something as simple as having people come in and clean my house. Like that's a huge one for me. I don't really like to clean. It's not really my thing. I understand that it's not an option, in every case, but like, can you get them in once a month? Can you get them in, to help with your spring cleaning or something? Because here's what happens. And it's not about like being lazy or thinking that you don't deserve that type of help. It's about releasing the brain space that all of these things that all of these things take on us, right? Because we literally are trying to do it all. We're trying to have, the body, the relationships, be the mother, the employee, all of these things. We're trying to do it all and trying to build our business. And it's like when we start taking those little things, and maybe it's not house cleaners for you, but what is the one or two things that is like, like on your mind all the time that you're just like, oh my God, this drains my energy. Like I'm just over it, right? Like how can you get help doing those things, whether it's at work or with your home or whatever, right? And this really came huge for me when I hired my first coach and every coach that I've hired since then, because it's like we have this story that if we reach out for help, it means that we are a failure because we couldn't do it on our own, right? So, and that's just simply not the case. Like we are beginners at every time we go to learn something new, right? Like we're a beginner. And so having someone that you can work with that's invested in your progress, right, is huge, 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 huge. And so every time I've gone to invest in a coach, it was like, oh my gosh, it means I can't do it on my own. Like all of those stories came up. But every single time, it's been like, why did I try to do it all on my own? You just simply don't have to, right? And I'm not saying you have to go out and invest, 10K tomorrow in your next coach. Like, find ways that you can get the perspective, find ways that you can invest in yourself and get the help, right? Like, learn the new skills, have someone else help you and show you, because here's the thing, like, you are worth it. You are worth it. And you guys, a funny story, like this even comes up for me sometimes when like I go to buy clothing, right? So like for me, I always had these stories of like, oh, I'll just get the cheapest things, it's on sale, always look at the clearance racks, right? But when you start to like just go up a little bit and you start to invest in like better pieces and things that fit you better, right? Like you feel better in your body. And I'm not talking about, it's not about spending money, and I hope you guys are getting that that's not what I mean. It's not about spending the money, it's about up leveling in every area. And in doing that, asking for help. Like if you don't know how to dress for your body, have a session with a stylist or go into one of the expensive stores that have someone there who can help you with that, which I have never done. So I just couldn't even tell you which one to go to. But when you start to ask for help in every area of your life and you start to allow yourself to know and be worthy of receiving that help, and when you start to up level in each and every way, and you start connecting with other people and getting their expertise in whatever way possible, like it's just, you start to open up the brain space and the energy within you that allows you to rise, right? Do you see what I'm saying? Like, it's not just about like taking that off your plate as a goal. It's about how do you take it off your plate now so you give yourself the space to rise, to get to that next level. And I'm not talking about just time. I'm talking about your energy, your mind space, like all the things that you're thinking about trying to remember. Like, get stuff on, automate, you guys, ask for help, invest in a coach, figure out how you can take baby steps. Even if, finances are tight, there's a way to take baby steps and you are worthy of it. Because the only reason that I held myself back in all of those things, right, was because I told myself I wasn't worth changing the budget and allowing myself to have that, or, right, like making that investment in myself. So that was the story that I had to release. And this is why, like, when you start to heal your feminine energy, that starts to flow in, because you are able to actually receive what has always been there for you. And so this is why it's like so critical to lose the Wonder Woman complex entirely. We've got to allow ourselves to ask for help. We've got to allow ourselves to receive. We've got to allow ourselves to put ourselves first in each and every way in our lives. And it's just such a huge shift when you start to do that. So that is my message for you on this wonderful Wednesday. If you are looking for a space and a tribe to connect to other women, to collaborate, to grow and learn and just have access to a coach and other incredible entrepreneurial women. I have created an amazing new group, which I'm super, super excited about. And it's just all the things for this group this year, you guys. Guest experts, open coaching calls for those of you who are, not looking to invest in a coach one-on-one or in a high level. This is going to give you the space to actually have that processing, have the access to a coach, and collaborating with the other entrepreneurs with tons of guest expert trainings and my own trainings in there all the time. It's called Radiant Goddess Society. It's helping you truly connect to and unleash the radiant goddess within you. So I hope you'll join us there. I'll drop a link below if you want some more information on that. Feel free to send me a message. But let's lose the Wonder Woman complex. Let's come together. Let's allow ourselves to receive. Ask for the help and then allow ourselves to receive it. So I hope you all have a beautiful evening. I'll chat with you guys soon.